Yo, yo, what's up, yo? Thanks. Oh man, probably won't be in here that long. I just wanna, I don't know. I normally like to do streams after work, but I went straight to the gym after work. Stayed there a little bit longer than I really intended on it, but still just decided to come up in here for like 40 minutes or so. Uh, just to see what's good. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. That was that was never even there. Aha! Oh, I need to charge my phone. Of course, the charger's not in here. How convenient. What? Fuck you, spell check. Oh my god, screw you, spell check. Hmm. That's why I use photographs. People, I've gotten criticized over and over and over about photographs. Oh, you're not a real artist if you're not painting from life. You know, that's not how the masters did it during the Renaissance time. You know, you're cheating. Cheating? I'm not a real artist. Like those are some really harsh critiques there. But I don't know. We have technology now that allows us to capture images, so why not use it? But as long as I got photographs, I really don't ever get lost. You know, just as long as I don't lose a photograph, then I'm good. But I keep it saved on flash drives, zip drives, on my camera, on my camera cards. I actually need to delete uh, one of my cards, yo, on my Canon. Oh my God, I got like 2,000 pictures on there, and I've printed out most of them so that I really don't need them on the card anymore because I have like the ones that I've used and ones that are still like in that possible file, like way down the road if I just need something to sketch on or just do like some quick study paintings or something like that. I have tons of photos that I haven't actually used in any and any other paintings. So I really do need to get around to like making more space on that one camera card. Now, this photograph, where is it? Oh, luckily it's right here. Lucky for me, it's right here. They have this whole stack of pictures. Got this whole stack of photos, and slowly but surely over time, all these photos will be eventually rendered as museum quality, you know, world class oil paintings. I just got to put the time in, you know. You just got to put the time in. Oh shit, I might got a gig. Oh snap, hold up. See, I missed out on something like a couple months ago. Uh, Now, I'm not a trained professional photographer by any means, and I'm not gonna claim that I am at all. I'm just a self-taught, you know, artist, and since I do use photographs, I've invested in some fairly decent camera equipment, and I've actually read the manuals and went to YouTube University and watched some very informative and instructive videos on how to operate the cameras that I own. And so I can take an okay picture. You know, once again, I don't have tons and tons of equipment, and I'm not, you know, haven't taken tons of photography classes. Yo, what up? But so a couple months ago, one of my homies, his cousin was getting married in Maryland, and they didn't really have a photographer. Just a little small, yo, real dope, yo, peace, thanks God. But they didn't have a really big wedding, you know, just something small, and you know, just a few friends, close family members and stuff. But my homie was like, yo, you got cameras, you can come down there and photograph the wedding for me. But I had to work that day, like, dang. But then one of my homies just hit me up now saying that her cousin's having a party and they want somebody to come through and photograph the party. So that was, I don't know, I might be able to do that, yo. Just that'd be dope. A little gig, charge like a little couple dollars, since I'm not, once again, I'm not no professional. I just happen to have some alright cameras and know how to use them. I'll go take pictures of a party. Give me like um let's say $40 an hour. How does that sound? Nothing like black art. Hey, don't get no blacker than this, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seen art this black. Art brown. Don't get no browner than that, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's brown. Black. You know what I'm saying? Don't get no blacker than that, man. Reading that. Oh, shit. Reading that good Powernomics. Oh, to the snizzap. DJ K, bro. On the ones and two. All right. If you got $20, put your hands up. If you got $20, put your hands up. Put your hands up. Put your hands up. Ladies, if you got your real hair, put your hands up. If you got your real hair. If you got $100 bill. Boy, don't get no blacker than that. No, that ain't Tupac. That's yours truly. Oh, this dude be painting himself. Oh, shit. Did he paint himself like that? Did he paint himself looking extra gangster like? So y'all rioting in Virginia? Really? You ran people over? Really? Got that look like I really can't believe you right now. I really can't believe it's 2017 and motherfuckers getting run over at protests. I wonder why. Maybe because America, home of the brave, land of the free, home of the slave, land of the beast. No rest, no sleep, no peace. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States. Keeping pace and never mind the dying rate of our race. Standing at the hinges of Hell's Gate, being told to follow an apple held by a snake. Blood is shed, staining the earth red, leaving bodies for dead in order to help the wealthy stay ahead. Historians making history out of his story. Filling up the pages of textbooks to bore me for 8 hours, learning about cowards who invaded the native land, taking away from us what's ours. No truth to the pain, no reason, no justice, just us. The last survivors who refused to be crushed by the 9 areas of people activity and left in the dust. Yet, too many of us trust and lust without hesitation, holding hands with Satan while frolicking with his maiden. And this is the world you've made for my children to be raised in? One piece of dirt, sectioned off by lines we cannot see, filled with people telling me what I can and cannot be? America, home of the brave, land of the free, home of the slave, land of the beast. Triple OG Teapot. You heard me? Really? Really, Charlottesville, Virginia? For real? Really? I gotta give you the side eye for that shit. I don't even want to look you straight in your face. It's fucked up. I wrote this poem when I was 15, yo. It was a statewide competition for, I don't think it was statewide, but it was several school districts for a poetry contest that would be a compilation of high school students' poetry to put in a book to be published. The title of the book was The Lyre's Sound. Now, if you don't know what a lyre is, look it up. It's a musical instrument. It's like a harp, but not really. But anyway, this is the poem I submitted for that contest. And of course, it was rejected. Why? Because it was racist. That's what they were telling me. It's racist. Can't you hear what he's saying? It's racist. At 15, that's what I was told at 15. Sorry, son, we can't submit this poem in a writing contest because you wrote a racist poem. But my English teacher, she tried to stick up for me, and she went to bat, but I don't think it ever made it in. I've never seen a copy of that book, honestly. I look for it, and I've still looked for it, and I've never seen a copy of this book supposedly that was, a compilation of high school student poetry. Oh well. That's in the past. You know? That's water under the bridge. Yeah, I used to write a lot of poetry before I started rapping, and then I thought I was a rapper. Can you believe that shit? And then I woke up from that. That didn't take long. Uh, honestly, guys, I don't know if I should paint or if I should just fuck with y'all for a little while, cause I'm kind of beat, man. I was gonna paint. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. But I think I might just go get some dinner. Mm. Phew. I stayed at the gym longer than I meant to, man. I think I pulled something. I think I pulled one of my hemorrhoids. Can you pull a hemorrhoid? Oh, I got a hernia. My hemorrhoid has a hernia on it. How painful would that be? Damn. You got a hernia on your hemorrhoid? Whoa. Whoa. That's tragic. Tragedy. Tragedy. Alright, so I'm gonna get some of this Van Dyke Brown. Why? Because it's one of my favorite colors. You know, I need to invest some stock in Van Dyke Brown. You know? This shit is awesome. It's so dark that it looks black, but it's not black. It's brown. What? Pay for what? Van Dyke Brown. Oh man. Ooh, it's drying up and getting goopy. Tragedy. So much love, much love. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a little something like that. Then we're gonna do a little something like this. Cause you got earrings on, you know? Wow. Hemorrhoids on top of hemorrhoids. Whoa. Wow. My hemorrhoids got hemorrhoids. Oh, Doc, I need something more powerful than this cream. It looks black, but it's not. It's brown. It's brown, 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 brown. Brown, 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 brown. Brown, 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 brown. Brown, 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 brown. It looks black, but it is brown, 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 brown. 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 It looks black. It looks black. I'm fucking bugging out of my mind right now. Holy shit. I tell you guys, y'all already know what happened if I don't have something to listen to. I'm forced to talk, and most of the shit I say is fucking nonsense. Brown, 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 brown. Interlude. Brown, 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 brown. Van Dyke, Van Dyke, Brown. Van Dyke, Van Dyke. I see why a lot of people don't watch this shit, yo. I ain't even gonna lie, yo. And the people who watch my stream, y'all weird as hell. You know, y'all just, y'all some of the weirdest people. Damn. I guess that's why we get along. Brown, 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 brown. Ooh. Can that be a melody? Can somebody use that in something? I'm going brown, Van Dyke Brown, when no black is around, baby. It all looks black, but it's brown. Ooh, darling. Van Dyke Brown. I don't know if I like it because it has dyke in it or what. You know, maybe that's it. Brown, 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 brown. All right. Next week is gonna be Naples Yellow. And LASIK surgery to remove those cataracts. Brown, brown, brown. I'm picking up the wrong colors. Dang, what color am I looking for? Actually, I want to have some of this Indian red. I know I shouldn't have started this because I'm hungry and I want to go eat. But my art is calling me. So, it just came to me. That's why I'm a starving artist. Wow. Epiphany. Why don't you go eat something? I can't eat. The work is calling me. I have to finish the painting. You haven't eaten in days. I will starve. You're just a starving artist. Yes, I am. Whoa, am I really pulling out the wrong color batch? Damn. I didn't even know that. Word, damn. I didn't know I was doing that just now. It's all good though. Because I can skirt, reverse skirt. Art in the dark. Art in the dark. Dr. Sick is ready for your hemorrhoid removal. Dr. Sick is ready for your hemorrhoid removal. Art in the dark. I have. Yo, what up, BR? In the dark. Oh, let me see. What up, guys? What up, guys? Oh man, yo, the last four of you guys who just came in here, y'all missed this awesome ass conversation we were having about hemorrhoids with hemorrhoids. Y'all had to be there for it. Go back later on, watch the stream for the beginning. It's classic material. Classic material. So I'm gonna try to work on her ear. And then I'm gonna eat. Screw that.
Without integrity means nothing. Every hour.
And I got a big salad waiting with croutons.
I suppose most
and
of you
fried onions and all
have
that
heard
good
of
stuff.
Zen. But before going on to explain any details about it, I want to make one thing absolutely clear.
Muy bien. Muy bien.
I am not a Zen Buddhist.
Buenas noches.
I am not advocating Zen Buddhism.
Not advocating Zen.
I'm not trying to convert anyone to it. I have nothing to sell. I'm an entertainer. That is to say, in the same sense that when you go to a concert and you listen to someone play Mozart, he has nothing to sell except the sound of the music. He doesn't want to convert you to anything. He doesn't want you to join an organization in favor of Mozart's music as opposed to, say, Beethoven's. And I approach you in the same spirit as a musician with his piano or a violinist with his violin. I just want you to enjoy a point of view which I enjoy. Now then, when that's been said, and I hope it's put your minds at rest, let me give you first of all some simple historical information. Zen is a form of Buddhism. It originated in China about 500 AD, and about 1200 AD it migrated to Japan, where it exists today. And it is it's a way of life that has had an immense influence on the arts and on the culture, the poetry and architecture of the Far East. It has lately become of enormous interest to many people in other parts of the world. Now, normally when one talks about Buddhism, Zen is a form of Buddhism, it is supposed that you're talking about a religion. And people are apt to classify themselves as Buddhists, as they might say, I am a Catholic, or a Methodist, or a Baptist, or an Episcopalian, or a Jew. But that is rather misleading. Buddhism is not a religion in that sense. If we want to find an equivalent to Buddhism in our society today in the West, probably the nearest thing to it is psychotherapy. When a person goes to a psychiatrist or a psychoanalyst to work out a serious personal problem, not because he's just nutty I mean, not necessarily because he has hallucination or excessive singing in the ears with no clear physical origin. But when a person feels that his whole life is somehow disoriented and wrong, and he doesn't go to the preacher because the preacher only moralizes to him and says, "My man, you should have more faith in God," or something. And so he goes instead to a doctor, because in our day, a man with the tag of science on him has more prestige than a man who has the tag of religion. And so when a psychiatrist goes to work on you, his objective is more or less to change your state of consciousness. That is to say, if your state of consciousness, your state of mind, is one of being day after day constantly depressed, the objective of going to a psychiatrist or a psychotherapist is to have your state of consciousness changed to one of happiness. Now, in a somewhat similar way, the objective of Buddhism in all its forms is to bring about a fundamental change in a human being's everyday state of consciousness. If I make it yet more specific, it's to bring about a change in your sense of personal identity. That is to say, in your sensation of who and what you are. In this way, Buddhism, which I suppose you know, is a method of changing consciousness, discovered or invented by a man called Gautama, who lived in India shortly after 600 BC, who was given the title Buddha because the word means the awakened one. The man who woke up. And therefore, that very title suggests that ordinary people are asleep. I remember a very wise man who used to give lectures like this. When he came in, he used to be silent. And he'd look at the audience, and he'd gaze at everybody in the audience particularly for a long time, and everybody would begin feeling vaguely embarrassed. And when he'd gazed at them for a long time, he'd say, "Wake up! You're all asleep. And if you don't wake up, I won't give any lecture." In what sense are we asleep? The Buddhist would say that almost all human beings have a phony sense of identity. A delusion, a hallucination as to who they are. I'm terribly interested in this problem of identity. And I try and find out what people mean when they say the word I. I think this is one of the most fascinating questions. Who do you think you are? Most people think that I is a center of sensitivity somewhere inside their skin. The majority of people feel that it's in their heads. Civilizations in different periods of history have differed about this. Some people feel that they exist in the solar plexus. Other people feel that they exist about here. And there is, as it were, a little man sitting inside the center of the skull. And he has a television screen in front of him. He has earphones on. And he has in front of him a control panel with various dials and buttons and things which enable him to influence the arms and legs and to get all sorts of information from the nerve ends. And that's you. So we say in popular speech, I have a body. Not I am a body, but I have one because I am the owner of the body in the same way as I own an automobile. And I can take the automobile to the mechanic, and occasionally in the same way I have to take my body to the mechanic, the surgeon, the dentist, the doctor, and have it repaired. But it belongs to me, it goes along with me, I'm in it. A child, for example, can ask mother, Mom, who would I have been if my father had been someone else? That seems a perfectly simple and logical question for a child to ask, because of the presumption that your parents gave you your body and you were popped into it, maybe at the moment of conception or maybe at the moment of birth, from a repository of souls in heaven, and your parents simply provided the physical vehicle.
Whoa.
So that age-long idea that is indigenous, especially to the Western world, is that I am something inside a body, and I am not quite sure whether I am or am not my body. Some doubt about it. I say, I think, I walk, I talk, but I don't say I beat my heart. I don't say I shape my bones. I don't say I grow my hair. I feel that my heart beating, my hair growing, my bone shaping is something that happens to me. And I don't know how it's done. But other things I do. And next, I feel quite surely that everything outside my body is quite definitely not me. There are two kinds of things outside my body. Number one is other people. And they are the same sort of thing as I am. But also they are all little men locked up inside their skins.
Do you really want to know what I'm listening to?
But
there you go too. Well, listen, man.
Is the world that's non-human that we call nature. And that's stupid.
That's stupid. You know what I'm saying?
It has no mind.
Nature don't have no mind.
It has emotions, maybe, in animals.
Yeah.
But on the whole, it's a pretty grim business. Dog eat dog. And when it gets to the geological level, it's as dumb can be. It's a mechanism. And there's an awful lot of it. And that's what we live in the middle of. And the purpose of being human is, we feel, to subjugate nature, to make it obey our will. And we arrived here, we don't feel that we belong in this world. It's foreign to us. In the words of the poet Houseman, I, a stranger and afraid, in a world I never made. And so all around us today, we see the signs of man's battle with nature.
All right, guys. So what I'm listening to, I don't know who actually put these mixes together, but the guy speaking, his name is Alan Watts, and he's somewhat of a philosopher. There's literally tons of his lectures without this music, like videos of him and stuff. A lot of older stuff. He was speaking like in the 60s and 70s, and so there's audio lectures that he gave, radio interviews, television spots, and things like that. You can look him up, Alan Watt. And I don't know. He says a lot of common sense things, but then at the same time, I listen to him a lot because he always put it in the perspective of the Western mentality. Now, when we say Western culture or anything like that, what we mean is white. And so he looks at it from the viewpoint of a European male and how the Western culture has misconstrued it, misinterpreted, misrelayed a lot of information about religion and spirituality. And he studied different forms of Buddhism and other Asian and African cultures, and he's going back and speaking to white people about, look, this is how the rest of the world really thinks and what we really are as people. And in Western society and culture is fucked up because we don't have all these aspects and these teachings, or if we did have them, we lost a lot of this information. So he just goes through and try to break down the psychology, you know, in terms where they can understand it. And like I say, tons of lectures. And then one day I just ran across this. I listened to chill step or chill hop, and there was a chill step mix with Alan Watts. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I listened to it, and it's Alan Watts, and it's just like little excerpts from different lectures, you know, on top of some fucking chill, calm ass music that sounds dope as shit, yo. And then you get this nice ass mix. And so you can look up, come on phone. Come on phone. That's why I don't like you, iPhone. That's why Samsung is better than you are. But you got all these mixes right here. Alan Watts Chill Step Mix number 5, 1 hour long. Alan Watts number 6. And number 4 is right there. And there's just, you know, tons of his lectures. And obviously they can make so many of them because they're not going to play like an entire lecture. But they just take little parts of it, little snippets, and put it on top of the music.
Certain of these great ancient philosophies, like Buddhism, this sensation of being a separate, lonely individual is a hallucination. It's a hallucination brought about by various causes, the way we are brought up. I remember as a child, and you probably have very similar memories to mine, that all our parents were desperately interested in identifying us. Don't you remember that sometimes you went out and played with other children, and there was someone in the group of other children you admired and looked up to, and you came home imitating the mannerisms of that other child, and your mother said to you, Johnny, that's not you, that's Peter. You felt a little bit ashamed because somehow you had let her down. She wanted you to be you, her child, and not Mrs. Jones's child, Peter.
Had the top wisdom tooth removed like years ago, like about 7 years ago now. But then I needed a root canal on this tooth, and my dentist looked at my other, because I have the other 3 wisdom teeth are there. He was like, "Oh, you need to get all those out. I can take all those out at one time." I was like, yeah, let me think about that. They're not causing me any problem. They don't have cavities in it. You know, I don't feel any pain. Let me get back with you on taking out 3 wisdom teeth at one time, bro. Like, oh no, I don't know about that. But all right, guys, I gotta go eat some dinner. Ooh, and I passed the 45-minute mark. Awesome. I thought I was gonna be here in like 45 minutes, but it's all good. I got working tomorrow. Today was my first day. I got 3 more days of work to go. So Don. Really? Harold, what's up, yo? what really inspires me right now, I don't know. I've been on this, like my stream, art and education. I just been on this education kick for a minute, and the literature that I've read, like I've read so many books my entire life. I've always been like a reader, no lie, and but I've read, Emily Dickinson and Charles Dickinson and all these other European writers, man, my entire life. And I was such a big sci-fi fan. I'm the biggest Dean Koontz fan, and Michael Crichton, and Orson Scott Card, and all these guys, man. When I was young, R.L. Stein, oh my God, the Goosebumps. And then he had another series he did for like older kids, and then the Encyclopedia Brown series. Man, I read all that shit as a kid, I read all that, literally all of it. The Hardy Boys, everything. I read all that shit. Fudgemania, the whole Fudge. I read so many books growing up. And then like in the last 6 years, whenever the first Hidden Colors came out, I watched that Hidden Colors documentary thinking I knew shit, and I realized like, there's a lot of shit that I researched, but why don't I research this shit? Why don't I know this stuff? And so, like, I don't know. I've read a lot of material, and so the past couple years, like, my passion is really just trying to motivate other people to pick up a fucking book and read some shit. Y'all want to protest and march and riot and all this other shit. That's not the real answer, The revolution is a mental revolution, We gotta be able to change the way we think. That's all it is. We're in a mental prison. Mental enslavement. The chains are fucking imaginary, We just gotta imagine a different life without the fucking chains. But all we see is this construct, and we're trying to physically push against other physical barriers, and that's not I don't think that's the proper way to go about it. Education is the key, You know what I'm saying? So right now, I just hope to inspire people. Like, I don't give a fuck if just one person, I swear to fucking God, if one person sees a piece of my art and says, I'm gonna buy that fucking book just because the simple fact they saw it in my art, I'll fucking die a happy man, Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. I got somebody to pick that shit up, and now just by them reading that book, it's gonna be a fucking, that ripple effect, the butterfly effect, or whatever it is. That's what's up, That's my mission. Them beautiful black people. That's I don't know. I got nieces and nephews, you know what I'm saying? And I got kids. And I like going to galleries and museums, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm hanging out with my son and my nephew and we just kicking it and chilling, you know what I'm saying, and go to an art gallery somewhere, I think they should see art that reflects them, that resembles them, that looks like somebody they may know, or, looks familiar to them. And it's hard, so I keep pushing that too. I got to get more of us on canvases and into galleries, and not Queen Latifah and Tupac and Biggie or Amber Rose or all these other people, just regular everyday people. People like me, people like you, your mom, all us deserve a spot, you know what I'm saying? All us deserve a spotlight, you know what I'm saying? All of us are just as special and just as unique, Oh, you got me feeling all mushy up in here, talking about my feelings and stuff. See, why you do me like that? Huh? Emotions is gangster though, you know what I'm saying? I can express how I feel hardcore, son. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate, I don't incriminate. I don't date rape. Say that. All I do is love, respect, give positive criticism, gangster emotions. You know, I'll hug the shit out of you. Oh my God, guys, I swear I don't. Hey, yo, get back here. I swear I don't want to do this 12 hours tomorrow. Man, I gotta paint my way out of my job, out of my job. It's coming though. You know why? Because I'm gonna just keep working at that shit. That's all. That's all I'm gonna do. Just keep working at that shit. But appreciate everybody stopping by, chilling with me, checking on me, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? All the great comments, compliments. Still working on this piece. I'm thinking the commissioner I'm working on, it should be ready by tomorrow. Yeah, that's good and dry. I might be able to go ahead and finish that one up tomorrow and maybe have it shipped off next week. So stay tuned for that. Always love finishing a painting. Just getting my signature on there makes me feel all warm and toasty inside. But once again, guys, you're awesome. Everybody's awesome. Thanks for stopping through. Peace. Until next time.